this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at another Sailfish OS topic, and this time around it's something for people that are not using AD at the moment or which are just not familiar with Sailfish OS as a whole, of course. And what we are going to have a look at is, do the most popular Android apps work on Sailfish OS? Sailfish OS itself is a Linux-based system, so it's not running the Android apps natively by itself, but there is something called Alien Dalvik, which is AD for now, and which will help you to run those. And yeah, it's pretty deeply integrated into the system because it's officially supported by the developer, and like that you can run most apps probably with Sailfish OS. I didn't test all of those, just to let you know. So the apps we are going to have a look at today, it's going to be a first time opening them for most of them, with the exception of WhatsApp probably. But most of them I'm not going to use myself. But if you need them, you can have a look at this video and see if you can run that if you want to switch to Sailfish OS, for instance. And of course, if you have any kind of other apps that you want to be tested or something, just put them down below in the commentary section, and I'm going to make, probably if there are enough interest in that, another video later on to just show you which ones of the ones you choose there or you ask for are going to work with Sailfish OS. Okay, just to let you know, I'm going to use my Sailfish OS daily driver I'm using here, which is a Sony Xperia 10 Mark III in this case. It's running Sailfish OS at version, give me one sec, I think it's the version number 72 at the moment. There is going to be a new one at the end of this month, so probably very soon. But at the moment I'm running this one. So give me one sec to find out which version is really running here. And there we go. It's 4.4.072. And in the end, what you can already see here is I'm going to show you the screen of my smartphone on this display later on. And I'm going to show you my display of my smartphone itself too, so you can see everything, and we are going to use screen capture, or screencast better to say, to show everything from the screen of the smartphone to the big screen here. And as you can see, I already got a couple of different apps here installed on my smartphone, just to show you that it's possible to install them. But of course we want to open them and see if there's something hindering us or just limiting us with working with those. I'm not going to go into deep with all the different services and apps here, because oftentimes I just don't have an account and I don't want to make one. But in the end, just to show you that the app is opening and that we can do something, I'm going to show you every single app of those. And to let you know how to get those apps, I'm going to show you another version or a store that you can get that from, because it's not going to be the Play Store. You could theoretically install the Play Store, I think, or at least something very similar to that, but I'm not going to use that version, because Sailfish OS is of course very privacy focused, and the Play Store is everything but that. And so in the end, what we are going to use is a store that is called Aurora. Aurora is just a more privacy-focused store app, which is going to more or less anonymously go to the Play Store and get the versions from there. So it's the same app selection you find in the Play Store there, but with a different interface, which is more privacy-focused. And so let's have a look. As mentioned before, I'm going to use screencast, so this is my laptop, and I'm going to go with the browser to a web server that is created by my smartphone, and that web server is going to host all the different images. So there will be a delay, just to let you know. It might be pretty big. You can see it if you have a look at my smartphone, so I'm going to turn around later on and show you what's going on my smartphone too. And so in most situations, it's not the app itself that is running too slow or something. It's just the screencast technology I'm using here that is going to introduce a pretty big lag, sometimes at least. So let's see what we can do here. First off, I have to go to my browser, and as you can see, here is my smartphone display and the one that is going to be shown on the display there. And I'm going to put that one here into full screen mode just to give you the most of the experience here. And now I'm just going to show you first off the Aurora store and how to do that and what to do there. And maybe we should put in limiting factor here. So, and yeah, first off, to show you the store, I'm going to go to my all apps list here and go to the Aurora store. The Aurora store is the store where I can get everything from. As you can see, requesting new session is going on here. That's normal. That's more or less the way that the privacy is produced here, because there is an anonymous session which is started, and so nobody knows who you are or something. But yeah, as mentioned before, the different apps are pretty much the same. And what I had to look at are the most popular apps, which is this option here for my country in this case, of course, so my language, my country. And for you that might be a different story, but yeah, let me know what I should install. If I have it in the store, yeah, I can try it out for you, as mentioned before. Yeah, and as you can see, this is a list of a couple of different options which are very, very popular in my country at the moment. And as you can see, there is Netflix, there is Acrobat PDF Reader for some reason, WhatsApp, Instagram, Disney+, Spotify, Teams, Signal, and so on and so forth. And I already installed most of them. WhatsApp I'm actually using all the time. All the other ones are more or less just for you. In this case, for this video, I installed them, but in the end I'm not using them in most of the situations because I just don't need them. Because of course Linux or the Sailfish OS on this has its own apps for many things here, and yeah, some services I'm just not using at all. Okay, so let's have a look at how to install something. I'm just going to go down here to something that I didn't install till now, and as you can see, it's pretty much what you are accustomed to probably. So you get a couple of different informations here. You can just scroll down, have a look at the different ratings for the app and stuff like that. And if you are happy with that, just click on install. I'm just going to do that in this case now. And as you can see, it takes a little. Then we are going to calculate the speed in which this is going to be downloaded, and then the app store, or better to say, you are asked if you really want to install that. So I'm just going to click on that. And we are downloading it. As you already can see at this point, in this app, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not using most of those, 11 trackers are found in this app. So Aurora Store tried to find out if there are a couple of tracking softwares in there, and 11 are found in this app alone. As you can see, that now the install button switched to öffnen in this case. So öffnen just means in German to open the app. And now if I go to my all apps list at the bottom in this case, you can see we have a new one, Lieferando in this case, which is installed on your smartphone now. I have put all the different apps into the popular Android apps folder here. We are going to have a look at in this case, with one exception, because I'm already using WhatsApp, it's already there. So I'm not going to put that down below because I just would have to reassign everything and stuff like that. We don't need that. And yeah, in the end, what you already can see, these are the apps we are going to have a look at. It's Netflix, Disney+, Instagram, Spotify, Signal, Snapchat, eBay Kleinanzeigen, TikTok, Adobe Acrobat, Prime Video, Amazon Shopping, and Lieferando, the last one. Yeah, we might have a look at that, whatever. And of course, WhatsApp itself. So WhatsApp is of course something, as mentioned before, I'm just going to open the app, see if it's working, or if, for instance, there's some kind of a notice that something isn't working, because some apps really need the Google place services to be installed, and they are checking actively for that. So in this case, it's not going to run on the smartphone for me because I'm not using the Google services at the moment, and not the other option to get rid of that problem, at least for most of the times. I'm not even sure what the name is. I'm going to put it somewhere in the screen here so you can see it, and of course you can download it from this, the description box below, because MicroG, there we are, MicroG is of course an option to get most of those problems figured out too. So in the end, on Sailfish OS, many to most of the apps should run, but let's see if that is really the case. So for now, I'm just going to open up WhatsApp in this case, and because I'm going to have to more or less do everything here to protect this privacy of the different chats here, I'm not going to show you everything. I'm not going to show you my smartphone screen at the moment neither, or at least not much. As you can see, it is the one, but I'm not going to show you more than that, because as you can see, it seems like everything is working as it should. We have a status bar, we have the chats, we can go to one of the chats, and I don't know. Do I have anything to... Not really. But in the end, as you can see, we can go in here, we can go to my contact list, add a new part. I'm going to produce a new group or something. Or maybe not, I don't know. But as you can see, it's a full-featured WhatsApp client, and we can use this as we want here and work with that. Okay, so WhatsApp is of course figured out. I already know that. It's working very, very well. You don't have any kind of bigger problems with it. It's going to work as you want it to. Okay, so next one is popular Android apps. So we are going to have a look at Netflix, and keep in mind I didn't test any of those before, so we might run into problems, we might not. We will see that together now. Yeah, and as you can see, Netflix isn't going to work for you without the Play Store options here, as it seems, so we are not going to use that one. Let's have a look at the second one, Disney+. And this one looks much more promising. As you can see, Disney+ seems to be working. I would have to now go and log in. I can't do that because I don't have a Disney Plus abonnement or something, so we are not, or subscription, and we are not going to do that at the moment. But as you can see, we can go in and do everything that we want to in this case. Okay, so after that I'm going to close them down just to make sure that there is not too much system space and stuff like that used by it. In general, it's not a problem. You can run many of those, especially on this smartphone, which is a Sony Xperia 10 Mark III, but just to make sure that we don't get any kind of problem with the experience here, I'm not going to leave them open. Okay, so Instagram is the next one. I'm just going to click on that. Instagram from Meta in this case. And as you already can see here, we are able to do stuff with it, and it's probably going to work fine for you on this device. Okay, so next one is going to be Spotify in this case. I'm very sure that Spotify is going to work for you. Yeah, you can already see that because many people on Sailfish OS are using Spotify, as I know, and so it's not a problem. It's running fine. The app is going to start. And in general, if for instance there would be something like the Google Store part or the Google Services notice or something, you would see it like the one from Netflix, which is going to give you a sudden break, I would say, or whatever, at the start when you are starting this first time, you're going to run into that trouble then, and since it's not going to happen for the other ones, probably we will see that. Okay, so Signal. Next one, this is a very promising project, I think. Very nice to use and do as, for instance, opportunity to get rid of WhatsApp or whatever, if you have enough people that are using it. And Signal is one of the most secure ways to communicate, I would say. I'm not using this one because there is an own Linus or Sailfish OS option for that, but in the end you should be able to do that. As you can see, he's going to ask you for the different stuff like getting all your contacts and stuff like that from this. I'm not going to do that now, but as you can see, we should be able to use this as it's meant to be. The app itself is running as it should, and you should go and even get all the different stuff here from other parts. Yeah, for instance, you can recover your account here and stuff like that. So that should all be fine and dandy. Okay, so Signal is working too. Let's have a look at Snapchat in this case. Yeah, here you have another one that is going to request you to use the Google Play services. Otherwise you're not going to be able to use this. There was the information. Snapchat is not going to run without MicroG, so we are not going to have a better chance here. In some situations, just to let you know, sometimes it's telling you that, but you can still use it. As you can see, it might even run in these situations. Yeah, maybe Snapchat is one of those, but we will see. I don't want them to do anything for me. Okay, so I could now register, get into the part here and work with it and stuff like that, but I'm not going to. But as you can see, probably it's going to work, I'm not sure, but probably it could be working too. Okay, next one is eBay, Kleinanzeigen. So the local part of that, I think this is in any way just a website or something, so it's probably going to work. And as you can see, yes, we can do everything more or less what you should be able to do with your Android app on a native Android phone too, because it's really just more or less the looks promising, because it's more or less a website with a couple of different editions probably, but in the end it's a website, so working as it should. Native client, of course, of Android in this case. We are not using the website at the moment or something. Okay, so next one. TikTok. TikTok is probably one of those where I would say Google services are required, but we will see. I'm not even sure. Maybe we can do it, I'm not even sure. So let's see if we can, for instance, do something here. I'm just going to get, I don't know, to 2000 or something, so that we are going to be major, which is of course the most important thing. Yeah, it's my birthday, my friend. Okay, so, and it looks like this one would be working too, so we have no information that it's not going to work. I can put everything in, work with it as it should be, and probably it's going to work. I can't at the moment do it because I don't have an option to log in here, but as you can see, worked fine for all the different starting problems there. Adobe Acrobat is probably working too. Let's see, yes, seems to be fine. As mentioned before, we would have to now even, I didn't even know that you would have to do that. Do I really have to do that? No, okay. They wanted me to log in, but there was one option to get rid of that. So it should be fine, and let's have a look at the welcome screen here, and as you can see, everything seems to be working as it should, with even some kind of a tutorial running here. That's all fine. And now we can really just use the app as you are probably used to. It's even not slow or something. So as mentioned before, the AD layer is really something pretty wonderful because it really doesn't mean any kind, or at least not a lot of loss in speed or velocity or something. It's really just giving you the option to run this, and it's more or less native speed, I would say. Okay, so let's have a look at Prime Video in this case. There we are. It seems like this one would be fine too. I don't have a Prime Video account, so I'm not going to go in here much more, but seems like it's working. And of course I could now go in and put in all my information. So let's see if we really can do that. Yes, we can. So if we wanted to, we could, for instance, put something in here. Yeah, it does seem to work. And as you can see, seems to be fine, at least when starting it. And most of the apps are going to tell you right before if they have any kind of active measurement or active version to get rid of you with, if you're not using the MicroG or the Google Play Store or Google services in the end. MicroG is, just to let you know, a technology that is giving you more or less the same experience, but what it's going to do is it's going to send fake information to Google, or it's even replacing it with, for instance, OpenStreetMap or something. If you're using Google Maps or something in the app, it's probably trying to do that. And it's just giving the apps the different APIs, so the different communication options for the app with the Google services, but it's going to fake them and giving them wrong informations, or they're just not even connecting to those services with MicroG. So for everybody who is not able to use the Google services, or who don't want to use them because of data protection issues or something, you can easily use that technology and get rid around a lot of stuff. Okay, so Prime Video, Amazon Shopping, I'm pretty sure this is working the same way. So yes, we can. We're not going to connect to that, so we can even see what's going on here already. It's probably very, very close to the website if you ask me, but let's see what's going on here. Yeah, seems pretty much as exactly that. Works more or less the same way, I would say. And yeah, you have the full options to navigate around and do stuff here. So everything's fine with that too. Let's get rid of that, go down to our options. And yeah, we are through with all the different apps already. So Lieferando might be one I want to show you too, because we just installed it together. At the moment, he doesn't know where I am because I didn't share that with him. Till now I could, of course, but I'm not going to in this case. And now let's see what we can do. It's more or less what, okay, let's tell him we are somewhere in Berlin. I'm not in Berlin, just to let you know. Berlin, especially not there. But as you can see, seems to be working. He's going to give you information about what you want to do here and stuff like that. And yeah, I would say this more or less hopefully gives you an small little information about what to do and how to use Sailfish OS with Android apps, and what you can use and what not. As you can see here, we have 13 apps, so 12 from those and WhatsApp, and in the end 13 apps which are installable. One of them, or I think it was Snapchat and Netflix, are going to require you to at least install MicroG. If you want to try it out. And probably I'm going to install MicroG in a future video on another device. I have an old Xperia 10 Mark II, where the same thing is running as here, but I can try it out there because it's not my daily driver anymore. And so we could have a look if with MicroG, Netflix and Snapchat is running too. But as you already could see from this, you are not very limited with Sailfish OS or something. And you get a very, very improved data protection part there. It's a very nice system, I think at least. I'm using it for about 1.5 years or something, or probably 1.5 years now, and I'm very happy with it. So please, if you like it, try it out. And of course, if you liked this video, you should of course give it a thumbs up. Of course, if you have any kind of suggestions for other apps I should test, or where I should go with the next video at least, so the MicroG one probably, or the one where you are suggesting other apps that I should test in the end, please let me know. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you didn't subscribe to the channel till now, it's the right time to click on that button exactly now. And other than that, thanks and have a great day till the next time and the next episode. And bye. Bye.